Hi, welcome to our podcast, Above Deck, a below deck breakdown podcast. I'm Sarah Goldman, a photographer and former marine biologist living in Charleston, and with me, as always, this time in person, is my college roommate and co-host, Kelli.
Look, I can touch her. Hi, I'm Kelli Busby, an executive assistant and former radio host living in Columbus. Together, we hosted the Sacks with Sandals radio show on WFAL in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we've come back together, literally, to discuss Below Deck and our love of all things Bravo.
Each week, we recap an episode of Below Deck, share a few laughs with the captain and crew, and discuss what's new in the Below Deck universe.
So today, we'll be discussing Below Deck Med Season 8, Episode 3. We've only just begun. For all the oldies out there. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's your recap. As the drama ramps up on the interior, the Stews are challenged with new charter guests and a boat that stays at the dock. Deckhand Max and Service Queen Kyle arrive. A mix-up with the dinner menu leaves Jack and Tumi frustrated. Kelli, what do you think about this episode?
So I'm curious to see how Tumi and Natalya play out. There was a lot going on between Tumi and Nat and the new deckhand coming and the charter guest and then Kyle. So it was just a lot. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
curious.
I feel like the way they edited the last episode, it really made me be like, what is going on with Tumi? But I'm going to try to like stay more neutral in the situation. So the episode picks up with Natalya and Tumi talking about how the boat's organized.
Right.
That whole drama. And Tumi said her mom taught her not to let people walk all over her. So she knows she has to stand up for herself, like right off the bat.
I think they both have their guards up and they're trying to defend their reactions and responses. But someone has to just be like, okay, let's just start over. Agree to disagree.
Yeah, let's start fresh.
Yeah.
So Natalya tells Luca and Jessica that she and Tumi are already in this like little tiff.
Right.
And Luca said he likes this kind of drama and he's kind of like Colin. He's here for it. He's here for the drama.
He and Natalya will get along just fine then.
Yeah, I think they will. And yeah, everyone loves Luca. So
yeah.
Okay, so the preference sheet meeting. This is Charter 2. Mecca, she owns a lifestyle magazine called Pink. And I looked this up. I don't think I found it because it was some magazine in Malta. And then there was a Pink magazine in Hilton Head. And it looked like very Caucasian.
Okay.
Like Caucasian moms in Hilton Head.
Okay.
And that just didn't seem like the right one. So anyway, we'll figure that out. We have a vegan on the boat as well.
So Jack said, I tried veganism once. I think it was a Tuesday and I lasted 2 hours. I don't know if I could do it.
No.
I like cheese too much.
Yeah, and I like cheese too. Okay, so the vibe must be immaculate. Why did I write that twice? I don't know. Oh, I must have like moved stuff around.
Oh, okay. So Sandy said, how do you feel about that?
So like, can you do an immaculate vibe?
I mean, how does one do an immaculate vibe? Please comment below.
Yeah. So also they want a Diamonds Forever themed meal, a PJ party, and the weather's getting bad, sadly.
Yeah.
So I hate that for them.
Yeah.
Tumi texts Kyle, so he knows that she's already kind of getting into it with Natalya.
I was so mad at her for doing this.
I know.
Because I'm like, Tumi, don't do that. Go high and let the other ones go low and be brats, but go high. And I know that's hard to do.
Yeah.
With somebody you've just met and you're like, I don't even know your birthday.
Or
like what kind of drinks you like. Like, calm down, friend.
Yeah.
So not good.
So the next day, Lara says you have to smile when you say Lara. It's not Laura.
Laura.
There's so many pronunciations with Laura, Laurie, Laura, you know, like, I'm glad she said it though, so that we're not saying it wrong.
Right.
The whole time.
Lara.
So Kyle arrives. Yay. So happy to see him.
Yes.
So he was wishing to be Chief Stew this season, but he is glad that Sandy asked him back. And so he goes around, he's meeting all the crew members.
Did you notice Lara smelling Kyle?
Yeah.
Also, I was thinking she must be pretty tall because she could reach like up to his armpit, like past that.
It's like top.
When we met him, we were barely at his armpit.
Yeah, he's like a really tall guy. Yeah,
What is the highlight?
He said he smelled like a dream.
Yes.
Yeah,
It does.
he said something funny. Anyway, so he has a reunion, a great reunion with Natalya.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they're back on good terms because I wasn't sure how it would be after last season. However, he told Nat what Tumi told him, you know, that she kind of better watch herself because she's not afraid to fire people. Oh gosh, the pot is just being stirred.
I know, it's like, oh my God, the pot is going to be overstirred between the three of them.
Those three.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
It's like high school.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's worse. So Haley says there's nothing to do on a yacht when there's no charter guests. Haley, you shammy. You shammy something. You have like probably a 200 plus feet of boat.
Yeah.
You shammy.
Be shammy. That's right.
Okay. The stew meeting. Tumi tells them that she believes strongly in ranks and she makes Kyle second, Nat third, and Jess fourth. And she bases this just off of the CVs, off their experience. And other recent Chief Stews have been very hesitant to assign ranks right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that she just went for it. So it didn't leave it like up in the air, you know, it's just like, these are the ranks. So that's kind of good. But Natalya has like 8 years of experience on yachts. I don't know that Kyle does.
Yeah, this is going to make the dynamics super interesting.
Yeah.
And Jess said she's glad she's at the bottom. Just keep her away from the drama.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting.
We never have people like that.
No. Leave me. I just want to get my money and go home. Let me do what I need to do. But Natalya is willing to tell everyone and anyone who will listen about how much of a bee she thinks Tumi is.
I know.
And Jack's like, I don't want to be a part of this. Like,
yeah,
just leave me out of it. But it's just such a mess
already.
It's been like
somebody said like 4 hours. Someone said, give her a chance. She's been here 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So the new deckhand arrives. His name is Max. He's French. Did you love the music that they played? Like it was like a little Parisian cafe music. Like, oh, he was coming in.
I expected to have a beret, like a little mustache and a French baguette.
Yeah. So he has 4 years of experience. He was bosun on his last boat.
Okay.
He didn't pack socks for this trip, so he has to borrow socks from somebody right off the bat.
Ew. I can't do that. I don't think I could do that.
Not even clean socks?
Maybe.
All right.
Depending on who they were. You could borrow a pair of socks. Like, that's fine. But, like, I'd have to know who you are. Not like a total stranger that I just met. But,
yeah.
Who doesn't pack socks?
I know. Also, he's been working in yachting this long. Like, don't you have a packing list or something?
He's a dude. He does.
Although, I guess he had to get there pretty quick, right? Because...
No, that's true. Yeah.
So, okay. He had to leave so fast from France.
He just had for socks. Just completely forgot him.
Yeah. Or, run into town and buy some socks. Anyway, okay. So the guests arrived in the rain, and Sandy said she has a bad feeling about this charter, like right off the bat.
These guys are just not happy getting out of the shuttle. Mm-hmm. And sadly, Sandy can control a lot of things, but the weather she could not control. So I'm not sure why they get so upset with the crew. I know, because the weather sucks.
Like, you're getting on a yacht on a TV show. Be happy.
In the Italian Riviera.
I know.
Calm down. And Tumi's got masseuse lined up for them.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
hot one.
Next, please. I'm next.
And so when she's showing the guests around, she's doing a great job of making them really welcome despite the crappy weather. Making them feel spoiled. She was doing great. So she says there will be some cheese boards for them. And they say, no, we want food. I don't like it when people don't consider like an hors d'oeuvre food. Like, it's to tide you over.
Right.
Just take the cheese.
I just don't know why they couldn't just snap on the cheese while they were waiting for their food. I don't know. We're Italian. We eat before we eat. And then we eat. And I'll eat some more. So it's I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Tumi tells Jack the bad news, and he's like, well, I guess I can kind of get the food out here in 30 minutes. And he's not happy because he really likes to take his time with the plating and like make it all so beautiful.
Absolutely.
So Tumi is right, though. That cheese board was dismal. It looked bad, especially after like last season.
I know, that's what I put. But All cheese boards and charcuterie boards, I'm going to call it something different every time,
Okay.
will be dismal after Chef Serena's last season on Down Under. She did an amazing job every time.
Yeah.
And it was
so work hard.
Amazing.
So lunch is at 2 p.m. and the guests are not impressed. I think the vegan said she rates the meal at a 6. And they want more creativity. Well, you got to give them a little time, maybe. But also 2 p.m. is, that's already getting a little late for lunch anyway, Jack. So anyway, Tumi prints a menu. I don't know that this is the best idea. But the guests kind of pick it apart and they tell Kyle what they want changed.
But then Kyle tells the chef, doesn't include Tumi.
Yeah.
And I don't think he got all of the details correct the first time.
Right.
When it came to all the changes. So this is not going to be good.
Yeah. She
was
said
a horrible game of telephone.
Penne pasta. And he's like, okay, linguine, perfect.
Yeah. Not good.
Also, don't be so picky about like the type of pasta. Like, this is a world-class chef. Let him do his thing. So Kyle tells us about his relationship status and his one-way ticket to see Fred in New York City last year.
I love you.
So, of course, we know this story because we're a BFF.
Right.
Kyle.
We go way back.
For you guys, if you haven't heard it, go back and listen to our interview with Kyle. It's episode 39, if you can believe that. And so this is what happened. So he and Frank just didn't have a connection. And he got on a dating app, but he's in New York City, and he met his current boyfriend / fiance, Zachary, and he's hoping to get engaged in South Africa with his family there.
Yeah.
And we know that this does happen, like,
Because we were there.
we were there, of course. We're a family.
We did get to meet Dr. Zachary last year at BravoCon.
Yeah, he's so
And he is so sweet and just the nicest guy. And I couldn't be happier for them. And they just make a truly amazing couple. So,
yeah, and they have a nice dog, too.
yes.
So the drama on the interior is just crazy. Everyone's telling everyone else, so listen to what so-and-so said about you. This is like day 2.
Yeah.
So we
Get
like
that. I don't
Take
even
3,
know.
maybe. I don't know. I guess we have had one charter, but this is crazy.
To take you back to high school.
Yep.
Just like you were there.
At my reunion last
Yeah.
night, I was telling people like things that I think were told in confidence. Like, and I was like showing text messages. I was like, who am I right now? I was like, who cares? Just get it all out there.
Great. You guys are going to see me again for at least another 5 years. So
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like burning the place down and then I'm walking out. So, are you understanding Max? I'm only getting like every 10th word of what this guy says.
no.
Okay.
No.
And there are very few subtitles, which makes me think that Bravo also is only getting every 10th word.
Yeah, he's very quick when he talks. And he's kind of putting a little French in with the English. Like, I'm just saying. So I had to go back a few times to kind of catch what he was saying. But I think we will be speaking Max in no time.
Oh, I hope so.
I think we will be.
I hope so. Oui. So one of the guests talks to Tumi about being a Black woman in her role as Chief Stew. And she tells her, you're changing the world because every single person of color that comes on the boat and sees her in that role, like, that's a big deal. And Tumi said, and we know this, there are very few Black folks in the industry, and they're mostly in these lower positions, so you don't see them. So it's a big deal to see someone in charge.
Yeah.
So Tumi wants other people to know, like, if you fight hard, you can do it.
I love this conversation. I had goosebumps.
Yeah.
It was just so exciting
nice.
and empowering. And so, yeah, it was
cool.
neat.
So dinner time. The guests are loving it. The vegan gives it a 10.
Whoop, whoop.
And when the second course comes, it's yellowtail and mussels.
Okay.
And the vegan says, no, she wants lobster pasta, which she just had for the first course.
Right.
The stews are confused.
Right.
Also,
me too.
yeah. So, by the way, you're not vegan if you eat lobster. The lobsters are animals.
If they have eyeballs, that you can't eat them.
Yeah. So no animals or no animal products if you're vegan. But
Right.
Okay. So Jack is annoyed with Tumi, like he's kind of blaming this all on her. And Tumi's like, well, they didn't understand. It was their issue anyway. I'm annoyed with the vegan, I think.
I'm just annoyed with the whole situation. I'm annoyed that Kyle made the changes with the chef and neither of them communicated
Yeah.
with Tumi to make sure that we were all on the same page. So
Yeah.
hopefully this will be the last time, and we will, I just think there's maybe a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
And the next charter will go better.
I hope so. So Tumi tries to smooth things over with Jack, and she tells him she wants him to win. Like, if he wins, they all win, right? Or tip, whatever. Okay, so the pajama party. Kyle's on service. They're very happy with him. Lots of snacks, and they go to bed happy. The next day, Kyle has left the pajama party kind of all set up, and Natalya finds it. She's not happy. And Tumi says she asked Kyle to be in bed at 3 a.m. and to prioritize his sleep. I'm getting a flashback. Wasn't this an issue last season where Natalya would wake up and, like, dishes weren't done? And
yes, it was.
Okay.
And it looks like he didn't even try to clean up a little bit. It just, I would have at least taken off all the glasses.
All that stuff and, like, yeah, get it out of there.
Yeah, but I agree with the whole sleep priority thing, but at the same time, if somebody did that to him, we would be hearing about it for the next rest of the season.
Yeah. They also had 4 stews, so couldn't they have, like, 2 people up mostly till the end of the night? Like, Kyle's the service queen, and then they got Jessica, like, cleaning into
the cleaner-upper.
Yeah, the cleaner-upper, something. Yeah, I'm sure that's not the end of this. It's drama. So Natalya wakes up and she finds about a mess, and Tumi tells Natalya she's okay with it. End of story. And she is right. Tumi's in charge. Natalya's not in charge. And they're, like, getting into it again.
And Natalya is not enjoying it at all. Quit putting your hands on my face. Quit. Some people
talk with that. I know. I'm like, quit saying that.
I talk with my hands.
She's, like, ratcheting it up to high levels or something.
And she's just, I feel like Tumi's doing this, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. And
I didn't take it as, like, an offensive in-your-face thing.
No, because I think if Tumi wanted to, she could have ramped that up real quick. But she didn't, because it's not professional.
Yeah, exactly. The preview for next week looks exciting. I'm glad Sandy is going to step into this stew situation.
Yes.
Like, and just shut it down.
Let's go, Sandy. Let's do it.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with Hot Tub Convo. All right, it's time for Hot Tub Convo, where we discuss what's happening with our favorite Below Deck cast members.
Sarah had made us dinner reservations for our first night in Vegas.
Where?
Vanderpump Al Paris.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes. So I was looking to see what was out there reservation-wise, and I looked on the November 1st. That's our first night there.
Yeah.
And they had a 4:15, a 4:30, a 9:15, and, like, a 9:30. I was like, Vegas time.
And my flight lands at, like, 3 or 3:30 or something.
I think your flight lands at 3:45.
Okay.
So I shot her a note, and I said, hey, you think you can be at this restaurant by 4:30? You're like, I'll try. I'm like, all right. So I tried to get the reservation. The 4:30 was no longer available. So we got a 9:15 reservation. So it's 12:15 Columbus time, and we will have traveled all day.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a nap, rally.
We're going to have to set 2 alarms. We could sleep until the next night, or till the next day.
So more to come with that. So that's just in a couple weeks.
I know, I can't wait. So speaking of BravoCon, I looked at the updated list of who's going to be there.
Okay.
And from the Below Deck world, we now have Natalya, Malia, Riley, and Tumi coming. So how cool is that? We're going to be able to get pictures with them. I am so excited. I can't wait.
There were lots of weddings this week, lots of wedding news.
Yeah.
So Ashton from Below Deck season 6 and 7 got married. So did Josiah from season 6 and Galley Talk. And Natasha, Chief Stew from Med last season, just got engaged. Her ring is stunning.
Yeah.
So pretty. So congratulations to everyone.
Yes, congrats. Very exciting. So some sad news. So Kyle has been really sick lately. And it's terrible because he can't really enjoy, all this stuff of him being on the show right now.
Yeah.
So he went to the ER, and he was eventually diagnosed with SJS, which is Stevens-Johnson syndrome.
Okay.
And it's a rare disorder of the skin and mucous membranes. And he thought he had, like,
hand, foot, mouth.
Yeah, I couldn't think what that was called.
Yeah.
He has, like, blisters on his lips. It's just, he looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so he had a very intensive treatment, and he was finally able to eat a meal for the first time after 7 days. And now he's finally back home. with Zachary. So get well soon, Kyle. We need you at BravoCon in just a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah. I hope you're feeling better because that's really scary.
Yeah.
The pictures looked, I mean, I felt so bad. Not like I did anything to cause that to happen, but he just looked like he was.
I know. It looked like he couldn't even talk. Like it was just a struggle just to say a few words. I felt so sad for him. So Kelly, I know I told you this already.
Yeah.
I feel like I've told this to him like 3 times already. So I just want to give a shout out to our listener, Sarah L. She's a neighbor of my friend Katie. We've been friends since like kindergarten. Katie posted a picture of us while we were in town for our reunion, and her friend Sarah messaged her and said, "You're friends with Sarah from the Above Deck podcast, and I'm a big fan. So thank you for listening, Sarah." That was really fun.
Thanks, Sarah.
That was fun for us.
After last week's episode, Tumi got a lot of heat on social media for her beef with Natalya, so she took to Twitter to explain. She writes, "Did Kyle mention a little about his season with Natalya? Absolutely, but not enough for me to form an opinion of her. Natalya 100% interpreted things differently, and I also wasn't given the chance to speak the way I would have liked. We're going in circles, and I'm realized I'm not going to win this. You only saw 1 minute out of a 5-minute conversation. Allow it to play out. You will all be pleasantly surprised."
I wonder what this means. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Who gets let go?
I know.
I'm kidding.
We've heard that there's like the most firings ever of any Below Deck season.
So scary.
So, I like all of these people, so I'm scared.
I know. It's so early, too.
Yeah. But I'm glad that she took a minute to like speak out.
Yeah. Thank you, Tumi. We got you. All right, it's time for a segment, Join Me in the Wheelhouse, where we decide who needs to see Captain Sandy for a stern talking to. So, Sarah, who get your vote this week?
This week, I'm going to go with Natalya and Kyle for being so gossipy. It's like saying, he said, she said, they said, like,
yeah, just do your job.
Yeah.
Just work.
Yeah, don't stir up trouble so quickly. Also the vegan. This is the vegan.
And what lobster?
Yeah, you're not vegan, sweetie.
All right, all 3 of you up to the wheelhouse. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Above Deck. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Please tell a friend. Watch us on the Hurrdat Media YouTube channel. And don't forget to review us 5 stars only.
And please follow us on Instagram at abovedeckpod. You can always email us at abovedeckpod@gmail.com. Until next week, I'm Kelly Busby.
And I'm Sarah Goldman. Thanks for joining us. Sweet. Oh, it was fun to do it in person. I wish we could do it every week.
I know.